All right, so pause. All right, here we go.
All right. It might seem crazy what I'm about to
Awesome.
Good morning,
Good morning,
guys.
brothers.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Happy
I got one at
Tuesday. Good morning,
8:45, Miss
Anthony.
Garrett.
You do? All right. Who is it?
Eric Sandoval's 7th grade decree.
Did he give you the movie?
Yep.
All right. Well, tell us what he said, Mr. Akbar.
Happy Despicable Me.
Very good. And in case you guys want the artist, that is from Pharrell Williams. So good morning. Good morning. I hope you guys are having a happy morning. Looks like the sunshine is coming in. It was a little rainy on the other side, but we are coming through. So good morning. Good morning. Thank you, Anthony Cardenas. You did a great job as well. He clicked it right after you said you had one, Mr. Akbar. So congratulations to the House of Decree. You won today's Guess That Song, and good morning to Emiliano. You also tried, so good try. And Anthony's in decree as well, so that works well. Good morning, brothers. Today is June the 8th, it's Tuesday. It is a B day. We have some wonderful guests with us today, and we are going to let them speak when we are done with our tradition. So it's a special, special surprise. So I hope that you guys are looking forward to that. Hey, Brother Thomas, good to see you. All right, we are going to start with our traditions, and I am going to get out of your way, guys. All right, let us begin. We will start with our pledges. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Core beliefs. Our campus core. Engagement, encouragement, exposure, environment, excellence. Student core. Academia, brotherhood, character, perseverance, and service. Campus creed. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We believe in the transformative powers of knowledge and wisdom. We believe that success is brought about by perseverance, not chance. We know our actions are governed by strength of character rather than whims of emotion. We resist excuses, holding ourselves accountable for our actions. We are successful through honesty, humility, and the pursuit of intellectual excellence. We are loyal to our family. We are our brother's keeper. We are committed to our community. We are servants of mankind. We have the audacity to hope. We have the audacity to succeed. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We will now have our school song. We are the brothers of BOMLA with the goal of becoming best in the USA. We believe perseverance, not chance, is the way to achieve. Our actions are governed by character, honesty, humility. Excuses don't exist. We are loyal to our family, committed to our community, servants of mankind and humanity. We have the audacity to hope and succeed. We are the brothers of Barack Obama, Male Leadership Academy. We have the audacity to hope and succeed. We have the audacity to believe, achieve, succeed. We are the brothers of Barack Obama, Male Leadership Academy. Believe, achieve, succeed. Thank you so much, brothers and staff. We will now have a moment of silence. Okay. Thank you guys so much. Today, like I said, is June the 8th. It is a B day. Our June Bomb Decree focus is lines 1 and 13. Remember, we start and begin just the same. We are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. The last shall be first, huh? At first, when we put this on here, we had just line 1, and then I noticed Mr. Jackson noticed, I guess, that it was on both of those lines. So remember, we are the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy. We work very hard to maintain, to shine in society, and remember the eagle mentality that we talked about last week. And we will be talking about pursuing your dreams tomorrow. So I'll show you the video about pursuing your dreams, and it will be a great follow up for your special guests and presenters for today, okay? So remember who we are and everything that you do. Virtual learning. Our expectations are that you attend class daily and arrive on time. All students will have to have your cameras on during direct instruction. We will now have our Teachers with No Zoom brought to you by Mr. Akbar.
Good morning, brothers. Mr. Akbar here, 6th grade world culture, 7th grade pre-college. As far as the teacher with no Zoom, it's Miss Etheridge Alford, and Coach Leggington will not have Zoom class 5th and 6th period only. So please be mindful and go to a Power School Learning and complete all the assignments. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Akbar. And students, please remember, I know I had a question about Coach Leggington. If a teacher is out for the top of the day, they will not be in their advisory. So you do have other assignments and things you can do. You can check out the Leadership Lounge for all the things we've asked you to do and accomplish, and that should take up plenty of time. Good morning, Brother Alvernon Jones, 6th grade decree, and good morning, Carlos Tabato, 7th grade justice. Great to hear from you guys today. So, yay. We're counting it down for sure. Attendance. This is very, very important for brothers, teachers, parents, all of us. Attendance. Brothers, please check your attendance daily. If a brother misses 2 consecutive classes or assignments, teachers will call parents and document the contact using the online parent contact form. If you are not able to speak with a parent or there is no change in the behavior, please let Mr. Jackson and Ms. Garrett know by email. So thank you to all the teachers that have been letting us know. Brothers, we're on the last 2 days. So today counts the 9th day. After today is 8 days. I heard someone yesterday say 11 days. I wanted to say, no, not for kids. So we are counting this down. We have 9 whole days left. And so I think that we can all get perfect attendance in the next 9 days. Communicate with your teachers. Email them. Email Ms. Martinez, VERMartinez at dallasisd.org about any doctor's appointments. I know a lot of you have told me you're having your COVID vaccinations. Whatever is going on, just email us so that you are not marked absent. Teachers, please remember, do not take up any equipment from students that are on campus. If you have any concerns about a student's use of technology, please contact us so that we can assist. Remember, we are virtual and they actually need their computers to do their work, so we don't want any students counted absent. We are looking forward to perfect attendance from all students for the next 9 days. Teachers, if that is not happening, please notify us so that we can close out this school year very strong. Thank you. All right, it looks like I definitely heard it was somebody's birthday today, and look at there, it was the truth. Yeah, I heard it was somebody's birthday. I heard it was somebody's birthday. Yeah, PJ Panda birthday song. Happy birthday! Today is your birthday. Happy birthday, brother Alex Correa, 8th grade justice. Today's June the 8th, and y'all know I'm very partial to those June birthdays, so I'm just saying. Happy birthday, Brother Alex. Happy birthday to all the staff and student staff. I'll be sending those out for you as well. Let's make sure Brother Alex knows that he is treasured here on campus and that birthdays are very, very special, especially during the times we're living in now. Happy birthday, Brother Alex. You guys know what we do, virtual high fives or virtual elbow bumps to let him know that he is special and appreciated. So I look forward to hearing about how his day went. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I am going to turn this over to Mr. Chitoni, and I'm going to allow him to introduce our special guest today. That is the end of traditions, and I will see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Chitoni, Upper School English. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Trey Thompson and Ms. Becca Brown. They work for Mavs Gaming, and they can go. I'll let them go ahead and describe their positions and who they are. Welcome, guys.
Good morning. Okay, yeah, sure. I'm happy to go first. So my name is Becca. I'm the director of esports with Mavs Gaming. A little bit about me. I actually have a little bit of an untraditional background as far as going into esports. This is my 6th season overall with the Dallas Mavericks. I've worked in various roles within the Mavericks organization, including sales, client relations, player relations, youth academy, business strategy, operations, community relations, and the DMAC as well. So, but a little bit about me, I was a lifelong soccer player. I played Division I collegiate soccer for the University of Memphis. And after sustaining an injury, I immediately got into coaching and coached for different teams within the DFW Metroplex. As the director of esports, however, I do oversee all of our team's business initiatives, including marketing, sponsorship, social media, content creation, community relations, which we have Trey here. He'll talk to you about that, events, camps, and tournaments. And additionally, I oversee the team side as well, which we have 2 coaches, as well as 6 players who play for our Mavs gaming team. So all in all, when people ask me a little bit about what I do, I think to simplify it, it's really similar to like being CEO and GM for a esports team. So I'll hand it over to Trey.
Thank you, Becca. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you guys for the opportunity to be here. My name is Trey Thompson. I currently serve here as the Community Relations Manager for Mavs Gaming. Previously from that, I was a corporate account executive for the Mavericks, overseeing a lot of our sponsorship, revenue generating opportunities, as well as essentially just kind of being a jack of all trades, master of none. Prior to that, similar to Becca, my experiences realm everything from ticket sales in the NBA to special event sales in the NFL with the Cowboys. I also did a stint as a sales consultant to stadium experiences for the San Francisco 49ers. So I've been working in this industry for roughly 5 years now. And to kind of paint the picture of what I do now, it's exactly what we're here for today. We're here to be in the community. We're here to continue to create unique events that target a lot of the things that we deal with on a day-to-day basis in society. We want to make sure that we highlight and continue to work with organizations and groups who are inspiring our future and continuing to put in those daily deposits. So again, thank you guys, and I'm happy to be here. And so I guess how we can do this is we can, dive in a little bit about the NBA 2K League. So Becca, if you want to kind of talk to them a little bit about how the NBA 2K League is formed, and then I can kind of jump back in.
Yeah, definitely. And I have a presentation that I'm happy to share as well, if I can try to pull it up. If not, no problem. Let me see if I can find it real fast. I'm not seeing it pull up. So I'm going to go ahead and just talk about it. So, and let me pull back up that screen. So yeah, a little bit about our esports team. So we are a professional gaming team. We have, again, 6 players and 2 head coaches for this team. Esports, of course, stands for electronic sports or also video games. Each unique video game character that you see played on Twitch or on our social channels or through our esports team is represented by a real life human being. So just like in the NBA where we have 5-on-5 with other teams in the league, we also maintain, like I said, a roster of 6 players, but each of those players are represented by a person and they play a specific position within that game. So think of like being a center. We have the same thing there. We have one person dedicated to that position. So that's one of the unique things about about NBA 2K and the esports league in general. So where do we normally play in a COVID-free world? Right now, we are currently playing remotely. So our team is located in Dallas. You can find them more specifically in Deep Ellum. We have a gaming facility there. But normally in a COVID-free world, we would typically be playing in an arena in New York City. So each weekend we would normally face an opponent, and there are other NBA teams that have their own esports leagues as well. So think of the Milwaukee Bucks. They have a Bucks gaming team, so very similar to what we do in the NBA. We also have a draft just like in the NBA as well, and so we have some phenomenal photos, and so we can probably share this presentation after we get off this call. But I have a wonderful photo of Dimes, who is our #1 overall draft pick and the #1 overall pick ever in the NBA 2K League. His real name is Artreo Boyd, and he has a wonderful picture with Adam Silver, who is our commissioner of the NBA. So it is very much like the NBA. Our players are very much recognized like NBA players as well. So that's one of the unique things, of course, about esports. But all in all, we also drafted our very first female gamer as well. So naturally, for women in esports, Mavs Gaming has been leading the charge and is breaking barriers there. As far as careers in esports, which I know some of y'all were interested in hearing more about some careers in esports, and we have a few different opportunities for those of you who are interested in the business side, but then also the team side. So to kind of give you a little bit of an overview, Trey mentioned he had a role in sponsorship. So we do have a sponsorship sales. So if you think of anytime you see a jersey patch on a sponsor or a jersey patch on a jersey, or anything on the floor, or if you're at the arena and you see Dr. Pepper, that is a sponsorship, and people sell those. So if you're interested in sales, that's one of the ways that you can work specifically in esports, or if you're interested in the NBA as well, that is an option. We also have camps. We have camp coaches. We have coaches specifically for esports. So if you feel like you're an expert in teaching Fortnite, or you feel like that you want to extend back when you get a little bit older and you want to coach those camps, we do have coaches, but we also have camps. So if you're a player and you want to learn more, you can check us out at mavsgaming.com, and you can check out some of our online camps that we're going to be hosting as soon as tomorrow. So that's an option. And then community relations, which again, Trey will talk to you a little bit about that, but we do different community outreaches. So think of homelessness and hunger. We've done hospital visits. And then just a week ago, we partnered with the Wounded Warriors Project to address Mental Health Awareness Month and how the use of gaming can actually help people overcome issues and stress like PTSD. And then finally, if you're interested in social media, so think of Instagram and TikTok, we have positions there as well. So if you really like to content creation and you love to post pictures and run your own social media account, we have people on our staff that do that as well. So that's a great opportunity if you're really interested in that. And so I'm going to give it over to Trey. That's my brief overview. But again, like I said, I have a separate presentation, and I'm happy to share some pictures at the conclusion of this meeting.
Awesome. That was great. And you know, she really hit home on a lot of when you look at what we do from a high level, perspective, you kind of get a hands-on feel that, we really operate and do a lot. But I think the most important thing that with a lot of the schoolers, it's important for a lot of you guys to understand that all of these programs started with a dream. It started with a vision. And so with a lot of the stuff that we do, whether it's with our team, whether it's in the community, whether it's just in the competitive aspect of gaming, there's always a storytelling element. So Becca, I had your back. I wanted to make sure I got some stuff on board so we could go ahead and, really drive home how we as Mavs Gaming tell our story. So I'll start off with kind of showing you guys a brief intro of one of our video content pieces that went out last year. So you can just kind of get more of a look and feel of how we as Mavs Gaming like to operate.
Excuse me, sir. I'm not sure if there's any audio involved, but we can't really hear anything. Mr. Thompson, I think your mic is muted, so we couldn't. I don't know. We couldn't hear anything out of that. I don't know if there was, as if there was any audio that went with it. Sorry to butt in there though.
Okay, no, it's fine. But were you guys able to see the visual aspect?
Yeah, the video was cool.
Okay, and so, essentially we'll normally have background music playing in those, and that was last year's roster. But as you can kind of see in that video, when our team travels, they're in the space, they're in an atmosphere, they're competing, but if you kind of have to have a group of individuals who can help capture that story. So Becca really makes a good point when she talks about, what we do in the community and how we tell this story is really important because it's how the youth is inspired to carry it forward. But a lot of the things that we do also stems from more grassroots based activations as well. So when we, like she mentioned, when we did our Wounded Warriors event, PTSD is a real life situation that people just deal with on a day-to-day basis. And we wanted to be able to find the positive outlets of how esports and gaming helped combat. And with a lot of the things that we do with our brand, with sponsorship, it's all about linking and bridging gaps every single day. When we do camps, it's because we want kids who maybe they haven't ever played NBA 2K before, which is fine, but we want to be able to create a platform for students to be able to come in, be a part of our family, learn and grow, and continue to take their esports gaming competitive levels up and continue to progress going forward. But it starts with the each one, teach one mentality. So to kind of paint the picture of when it comes to community relations, there's a huge opportunity. There are going to always be roles and positions available in this realm because it really takes a handful of people to really get out in these communities and make a difference. But it starts with having a great leadership team as well. And so as you guys are, if you're already actively competing in esports, if you're gaming and you have a team, you understand the importance of everybody has a role to play. The same rules apply in this business profession as well. And as you guys continue to go from middle school to high school to college into your professional careers, the same foundational principles that you learn now will still be integral as you go into adulthood. And so it really hit home for me more so when I transitioned from corporate sponsorships to community relations, because when you're selling a sponsorship, you're calling a company and telling them this product that we have is valuable, and this is why it's valuable, and this is why you should consider investing into us. Whereas when you go into the community, it's the polar opposite. It's we have these assets, we have this value, and we want to give it back to you. And so that was the transition going from selling and trying to get somebody interested in the product versus going in the community and saying, hey guys, look, we want to work in your space. We want to provide resources in your locations. We want to open up our doors to welcome you into our community, into our bridge, because the long-term goal is for us to all continue to grow together as one. And that's the cool thing about community relations. We get to do a lot of great stuff. Like Becca mentioned, we do hospital visits. We've done college esports seminars where we gave college students an opportunity to get firsthand experience from real world professionals in the esports landscape. Then we took it a step further and did our first college and career fair, connecting high school esports gamers with colleges that actually offer esports scholarships. So there's always a 1 to 2 step process in everything that we do. But with this role, I literally get to create cool events for you guys. We get to come out into your community and speak. We get to provide you guys with swag and cool PPE products. And so I'll stop there and just kind of condense my message at that point. But community is grassroots, and the grassroots is based on the future, and you guys are the future. And so everything that we do is to make sure that you have the resources and the tools available to succeed at that next level. And so I want to definitely open up the floor. Becca, did you want to maybe talk a little bit more about how the NBA 2K League is set up? Now we have two different conferences. Can you talk a little bit more about our tournaments and some of the money opportunities that our players get to earn while they compete this season?
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, just kind of similar to the NBA season, we do have games. So you can actually catch us tomorrow night against Hornets Venom. That is the team out of Charlotte. You can catch us tomorrow on Twitch. But we do have various tournaments throughout the season. So ways for our teams to be able to compete with other teams, whether it's competing for the playoffs, which we're actually looking at hosting the playoffs here in Dallas, hopefully once COVID has subsided and we feel that it's ready to start doing in person. Hopefully we'll be able to invite you guys out to an in-person event and look forward to that. So playoffs and the championship as well. As Trey mentioned, there is prize money. So there are ways, multiple ways that our players can make money. But I think more importantly is that if being a professional esports player is something that you are interested in, our players are salaried. So just like any other position, just like any job, whether you're an NBA player or an NBA 2K player, or really any professional esports player, you do make money doing that. And it is a true career. So I can leave it at that. But obviously you guys can catch us on Twitch. You can catch us on YouTube as well to watch some of our games, which I encourage, again, all of y'all to check us out tomorrow night and watch our players play.
And that's the cool thing about this league, because the league actually starts at 18 years old. So in order to make it into the NBA 2K League, you have to be age 18. And to kind of bring in some historical backing behind how the NBA 2K League started, it started back in 2017, where Take-Two Interactive, which is the creator of the game NBA 2K, they decided that they wanted to create something that was more unified and competitive. And so in season 1, we started off with 17 NBA teams committing to purchasing an NBA 2K League franchise. And like Becca mentioned, we were fortunate as the Dallas Mavericks to have the inaugural pick of the first ever NBA 2K League draft. And we ended up taking our Artreo Boyd Dimes. And since then, we've really been able to really capture some great games. We've had some successful seasons. We've had some successful tournaments that we've run in our facility. We've had successful community events that we've operated, whether it's in our space, virtually, or at another location. And that's really I would say, in my personal opinion, what really separates us as Mavs Gaming as a brand from a lot of the other teams is we really want to focus on every aspect of esports and gaming. We do our best to make sure that we keep positive synergies with all of our other esports brands that are within the Metroplex, because if a lot of you students don't know, Dallas-Fort Worth is the 3rd largest market for esports and technology. So you're literally sitting in the 3rd largest market for startups, for esports companies. There are at least multiple esports stadiums that are here in the Metroplex that are continuing to push esports and competitive gaming forward. And for us as Mavs Gaming and as a brand, it's more essential for us to continue to be a part and be affiliated with everybody that's in the community. So for example, when we did our college esports seminar, we had the general manager of Complexity on board with us. We had the director of sales from Team Envy, and we were fortunate enough to have a professional gamer, a professional Halo player by the name of San, who's represented by Team Envy. He was also able to be a part of this experience with us. And so it doesn't matter if you don't play NBA 2K, because our focus is for you guys just to be fans of esports and gaming. And that is the overarching message that we want to continue to push when we say it, but we also want our actions to continue to show that as well. So we do everything in our power to make sure that we're bridging gaps within our community. But it's also important that when opportunities arise with NBA 2K League matchups and competitions, we want to make sure that we can get the information to you guys. We want you guys to be able to tune in, watch, drop some emotes in the chats. Let us know that Mavs Gaming is in the house, because we're really trying to build these communities the right way. But I'm a firm believer of everything starts with mutuality. So it's a two-way street. So we'll never ask for anything that we're not willing to give. And this is one of those prime examples. This is what we do this job for. We want to make sure that we're spreading the positive messages, because that's what gaming is. Gaming is positivity. Gaming is community. Gaming is teamwork. Gaming figures, you find out who is a leader versus who maybe needs a little bit of work, but you're doing it cohesively together as teams and as teammates. And so that is how we like to operate here. We're partners, we're teammates in everything that we do. We make sure that we pick up somebody when they're falling short. We make sure that we're always collaborating, because the cool thing about our brand is we have 3 different pieces of our organization that have esports. So to go back to the career destination and the career avenues, we're an NBA organization, and we still have 3 pieces that are focused on esports in some capacity. So it creates a lot of opportunities for us all as individuals to go out and find new information, but it then allows us to all come together and put that information together and create very unique events. I'll say one of the coolest events that we hosted was in season 2. We did our first Texas ticket tournament. And the NBA had given us permission to, all the teams, they gave every team permission to host a qualifier tournament. So every team got to host their own NBA 2K tournament where local gamers, and we had people traveling from all across the country to come to our gaming hub facility and compete for 2 spots in the NBA 2K League draft. And to see that atmosphere live and in person, it took a lot to make that event happen. One, we needed sponsors, and we were awesome. We were able to bring in Subway and Red Bull as sponsors, and they provided to everybody that was in that space. They didn't go hungry, nor were they thirsty. We were able to provide them with a state-of-the-art facility with some of the best Wi-Fi, so their competitive gaming was at the highest level. We were able to provide them with concierge and service, meaning we had people that were throughout the entire building, making sure everybody was okay, ensuring the safety of everybody that was in the space. And then the most important aspect, we had fun. Gaming is still fun. We love gaming. I try to game as much as I can, even with the hecticness of running a whole community. And Becca will tell you, it's not easy being a CEO of running an entire esports franchise, but she's stepping in and she's doing a great job, because when you love what you do, it doesn't really feel like work. And that's the cool thing about this landscape. Once you've acquired the knowledge, once the passion is there, and once you have a great team behind you and the support of your organization, the sky is really the limit. But put that into your perspective as students to your educators. They have a vision for your future that sometimes maybe you won't understand, but that's leadership. And that starts with really learning to being a great leader means you have to also learn how to follow. And you learn that in esports. If you got, whether it's competitive Fortnite, whether it's Apex Legends, whether it's FIFA, whatever team oriented sport you're doing or game you're playing, there's going to always be a role that somebody has to play. And so when you're in these roles, and when you're in class, and when you have homework assignments, and when you have all these things that you have to do, it's because it's a process to get you to the next step. And you have to trust in your leaders, your educators, to help get you over those humps. And it starts by giving you guys access to these type of seminars and continuously working day in and day out. I mean, just the entire 15 minutes of your pledge, your school song, the fight song, the commitment, that's a commitment. You guys commit 15 minutes every day to do this. But think about it when you're gaming. Think about it when you're doing homework. Think about it when you're doing anything else inside of your own personal life. There's a step-by-step process. But when you have the discipline and the consistency to see these things through, you really open up the window of opportunities for your future. And that is really what esports and gaming has really opened up for me personally. It's shown me how you can really be around a lot of great people and become inspired and take the next step because you believe in yourself and you bet on yourself. But that's what gaming does. Gaming gives you the ability to believe that you can do anything. And it shows. We have career paths and opportunities, everything from a CEO to sponsorship sales to content creation, graphic designers, marketing, social media integration, running websites. That's just 7 jobs. And I can continue the list on. So the opportunities are always there. It's just you have to be willing to figure out what your niche is in esports and gaming, what your passion is, because some may be competitive gamers and some may say, I want to be a streamer. Some may say, well, hey, I want to be back in and work production. Some may say, hey, I want to be in front of a camera and I want to be able to broadcast and talk about the games. But those are all jobs. And you have the ability to start these opportunities in the comforts of your own homes with your own teams and with your own people, because that's how some of the greatest esports orgs that are known to man right now, that's how they started. MLG, TSM, Team Liquid, a lot of these teams, they started somewhere and then they continue to build and grow themselves up. But that's what the Barack Obama Male Leadership Academy is for. You're starting somewhere and you're being built up. So the processes never change. Esports just gives you an opportunity to really make all of it your playground.
So I was going to answer a question, Darian Sanders from 11th grade, when he asked, what are some ways to get involved as far as working in esports? So what I do recommend, especially if you're at that older level, so of course you're an 11th grader, I totally recommend internships. There are businesses who offer internships to younger individuals. And so, as you get a little bit older and you're looking at college or anything post high school, absolutely look at internships and just try some things out. You don't necessarily have to only pursue things that are within your comfort zone. I do recommend, if you see an opportunity working in esports, it might be starting in sales. When I started working in the NBA, my first job was in sales. It wasn't necessarily something that I loved, right? Like sales wasn't my favorite thing, but it was with an organization that I had a lot of respect for. And so even taking opportunities when they're not inside of your comfort zone, you can definitely harness them. And it's a great way for you to gain skills that you might not realize that you had before. So that's one of the recommendations I have. Certainly research companies. Almost every company that's out there, if you just go to their own website, if you look at the very bottom of the page, they have careers as a link. And so they have internships, apprenticeships, and then obviously, of course, full-time jobs as well. So it could be any sports team that you really are interested in. It's not just the NBA. There are other esports teams that exist that are associated with other professional teams as well. So yeah, and then I think there's a rhythm for game tournaments question that, Trey, I'll probably pass that one over to you, of what are the rhythms for game tournaments?
So with rhythms, I'm assume you're referring to like a run of show, kind of how the flow starts.
I think that's what they're asking.
Yeah, absolutely. And so the rhythm of how you run a tournament, it really starts with registration, because that's normally going to be the thing that takes up most of your time, getting people in, getting everybody signed in. So you always want to have that piece ironed out before the doors even open. So that way, once they do open, it's a smooth transition in. Most of our tournaments, we normally operate them bracket style. And what's cool, when we do our Texas ticket tournaments, they've been split between PlayStation and Xbox. So you can honestly have opportunities to almost be involved in both. And we also want to make sure that we create that inclusive experience, so that way nobody feels left out or it's like, well, no, this is PlayStation only, Xbox. No, most of our tournaments we've operated, they are normally PlayStation and Xbox. And essentially we normally run them bracket style. But another cool experience that we did a couple of years ago, we if you're not familiar with the FGC, it's the fight game community. And a cool event that we did there, we called it the D-Town Beatdown. And essentially it was a 5 fighter game based tournament where we played everything from Dragon Ball Z, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, and I think Smash. There were a few others. And essentially how we operated that one, it was BYOC, bring your own console. So you had students, they were bringing, adults, high school students, everybody was bringing in their consoles, and we had the monitors set up for them. We had the brackets up. So for every tournament that was run, when they signed up, they saw their names on those brackets. So that way they knew what time their games were starting. So you always want to stick firm on times. You never really want to budge on times, because that can really mess with your flow. You want to always make sure that you have a registration process, and you probably want to have that a month out. So that way you're not a week out trying to scramble to get things going. And then you also want to make sure that you have some form of an incentive. Why should people come play at your tournament? Why should anybody want to be a part of your tournament? Is there a cash prize pool? Are you doing, you have giveaway items? So those are kind of like some of the baselines to have a smooth rhythmed flow of a tournament or an event.
And I went ahead and added to the chat. I think one of you asked about just gaming camps and how do you get into the camps. And so I went ahead and added the link. So hopefully everyone's able to see it. But one thing I did want to note is that we not only have an in-person camp, but we also have some virtual camps as well that you guys can participate in from the comfort of your own home. And so another question before, I think you asked about some other games. Obviously our NBA 2K esports team, they do specifically play 2K at a professional level, but our camps, we obviously open it up to all different types of games as well. So some of those games include Fortnite, FIFA, Minecraft, Rocket League, and of course NBA 2K. So if you have other interests besides just the NBA 2K game, we have options for that as well. And if you don't see a game on there that you want to play and that you want to learn more about, you feel free to reach out to either one of us here and we can absolutely have it added. We want to make sure that all of the things that you're interested in, that we're able to provide that.
It's about time for us to go to fifth period. So, but thank you so much, guys, for coming. Hopefully this isn't the last time we see you. If we want to have a good relationship, you guys reach out. We'll be in touch. Mr. Akbar, do you have anything?
Yeah, just to quickly, just to piggyback on what Mr. Tony said, I really appreciate Ms. Brown, Mr. Thompson. Thanks for taking the time off your busy schedule and coming here and talking to the brothers. And brothers, just one last thing. Those of you who have Ms. Pippins, she at least for fifth period, she won't be having Zoom class. I'll be updating the leadership lounge for brothers who have her 6th, 7th, and 8th period. So please be on the lookout for that. And that being said, thank you so much. And let's head out into fifth period. All right, let's make it a great day here at Baumler, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks again.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank y'all.